like to tell you about timing now, because timing is so important in life, to be at the right place, the right moment, and it changes your life forever. It happened to me in 1980. I was in Paris for 10 years without coming back to America, and I opened a hotel in Atlantic City called Resort International Hotel. And I stayed there after 20 years of being absentee from America. I opened this hotel, and I stayed there 18 months. And it was wonderful because it was the first hotel. There was not many, it was just one, and it was just great. I really enjoyed that. But as long as I was back in America, after my contract expired, I said, what am I going to do now? Maybe I should go back to Hollywood, because I'm a mature lady. Maybe I can attack the movies again. So I went to Hollywood, and I said, here I am, ba-boom. And they say, who are you, ba-boom? Nobody remember me. 30 years have passed, even more than 30 years. So I was a bit disappointed, so I said, all right, they don't love me here anymore, I go back to Paris. You know, I don't like to linger. If you're not loved, you just leave, I think. It's the best thing. But you know, it's a long way to go to Paris. So I changed plane in New York to stretch my legs. And here I picked up the phone because I have a dear friend who stays in New York. Her name is Jacqueline Stone. She's the mother of Oliver Stone. We call her Mrs. Platoon. So I called her up and I said, hi, Jacqueline, I'm here for about an hour. I'm taking a flight to Paris. Can I do anything for you there? She's French, you see. She said, oh, Liliane, but this is ridiculous. You should not go back to Paris now. Why don't you come and stay with me for a week and so you can see some Broadway shows? It's so ridiculous. You're in New York. Just don't disappear like that. Come to my house. I'll give you a room for free. I love everything free. So I said, well, maybe she has an idea. Maybe I should stay there. So I picked up my luggage, and instead of going to Paris, I went to Jacqueline. And then I needed some tickets to go to the theater. So I called my agent. He was not dead yet. He was old, but not dead. But he remembered me. He said, Liliane. I said, yes. What are you doing here? You did not tell me you were coming. I said, I did not know I was going to come either. And I would like some tickets to go to the theater. He said, well, well, well. And this is where it started right there, timing. He said, you know, this very afternoon, there is an audition you might like to go. Because Monsieur Tommy Tune is going to do a show called Nine, and it requires some European accent. So you should go and audition. I never auditioned in my life. I'm a star. So anyway, it was winter. I shall always remember it was winter. And I had a mink coat dragging to the floor and a big hat. And I went to audition like that, always very simple, you know. We could wear fur then, I have to mention it. Now we can't anymore, but then we could. That's why I said that, because it's true. So I went there, and the voice said, could you sing something, please? And I didn't know what to sing, because I was not prepared at all. So I sang La Vie en Rose, and I left, dragging my mink coat to the floor. And 2 hours after, my agent called me and he said, Liliane, you have a job. I could not believe this. He said, yes, Monsieur Tommy Tune would love to have you in his show. He doesn't know what to do with you yet. But he would like you in it. But there's nothing much for you to do. He just would like you to be there on the stage. And, you know, I was very flattered because I had nothing to do anywhere anyway. So I said, okay, great, yeah. So I signed the contract. I never went to Paris for 18 years. So I signed the contract, and I had nothing to do in the show. I had just a little phrase. And after 2 weeks, I had a bigger phrase. And after 3 weeks, I had a scene or two. And Maury Yeston wrote me a wonderful song also. And when we finally opened, who got a Tony and a Drama Desk Award for the best actress in a musical? Moi! You see the timing of why, if I did not have called Jacqueline, nothing would have happened. It's so strange, you see. So there is hope for everybody. I would like to sing you the song that Maury Heston wrote for me for that show. Folies Bergeres, what a showing of color, costume and dancing. Not a moment in life could be more entrancing than an evening you spent at Folies Bergeres. Folies Bergeres, not a soul in the world would be in despair when he is glancing on the fabulous stage des Folies Bergeres. Think of the footlights bright and gleaming, a striptease, le cancan, we all adore. Life is too short without dreaming, and dreams is what the theater is for. Folies Bergeres, la musique et la danse sont la lumière, les jolis petits seins, les belles bouquetières, sur la passerelle des Folies Bergeres. Pas de mystère, le spectacle est tout à fait découvert et pas trop cher. Viens ce soir avec moi aux Folies Bergeres. The music, the lights and the laughter, the answer to what you're after. At the Folies Bergeres.